like a freight train will. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tells the dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
All right, here we are. Let's kill the music. Let's get Podbean unmuted and kill the music there. And we're live on everything, I think. Biscuit Boy's in the house. Can you believe it?
Praise Jesus.
He was down for the count last night. What in the world? Paul, we got a lot of people praying for you, man. I'm
Thank you
glad
very
you're doing
much.
better.
I want to tell you what, I'm a firm believer in the power of prayer. And, you know, the Lord is good. That's all I can say. God has blessed me so much. They didn't find, they ran a CT. I thought I had a hernia, but they didn't find anything. They think it might be a lymph node because I got a huge knot down here on my groin. And I think it's because I've lost 70 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been working out a lot, and it just does it. I mean, you know, but my white blood cell count was through the roof.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, and I don't. I've got an infection somewhere in my body.
Yeah.
I don't know where. They couldn't pinpoint it, but it'll be gone. It'll be gone.
Yeah, you talk because I didn't hear from you. Like you said, I've been down for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and I am so sorry.
No, I was like worried about you. I was like, I said either he forgot or he's sick. Something. I said I doubt forgot. Then I said, well, maybe he did forget. He's a busy man.
Well,
with ascending and everything.
I did forget
ascending,
but I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I forgot, and my phone was dead.
The phone was dead.
I left it.
Well, I just felt like I didn't even bother you because I thought, oh, there's probably something going on. There was. And then he messages, I'm sick. And I'm at the hospital. I'm like, good Lord. So I thought they were going to keep you, you know. And then he says, I made it home. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, wow, tough man.
I want to tell you what.
He's maybe not kicking high, but he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. My wife was, she was positive they were going to keep me overnight and I was going to have surgery the next day.
Wow.
I mean, she was positive. And I said, you know, I'm not accepting that. I'm not going to accept that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And I had apparently a lot of people praying for me. My grandson Gage, he had his birthday is today, but he had a little get together with his friends last night, and in the middle of all of that, he asked all of them to please stop, and he said a prayer over me. He said, "I want y'all to pray for my grandpa." And
Amen.
you know, there's power in prayer, brother.
There's absolutely power in it, and
I'm a firm believer.
I always want people praying for me. I have people ask me sometimes. They'll say, "Can I pray for you?" I said, "I'll never refuse prayer.
Never, ever."
You know, and sometimes maybe that person, maybe they don't. Maybe they're not even connected. You know what?
Yeah.
But they're trying, and through that, you know, maybe it's evangelistic kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I have only ever had one person in my whole life that I asked if they had a prayer need and could I pray for them, and they refused it.
Really?
And I told that story. It was a waitress at an Applebee's.
Wow.
And honestly, I think she was a little tipsy. I think she was like, you know, she kept trying to push the alcohol. I made her take all the alcohol stuff off the table. Made her mad. Like I said, could you just move this till we leave? Had my little granddaughter there, and I said, "Can you just move these? We're not gonna need the wine list or the alcohol. We're not gonna need that."
Yeah.
Well, it made her mad because she was trying to push the happy hour stuff, and I said, "No, I'm not interested." And then, you know, and I as we gave her order and everything, and I was telling her, you know, is there any? I said, "We're fixing to pray over our meal." I said, "Do you have anything that you know, prayer need? We can pray for you." She said,
Yeah.
"No." And I said, "Well, that's fine." I said, "Do you mind if we pray for you?" He goes, "No, I don't want you praying for me."
Wow.
That's the only person in my whole life. I'm serious. After 30 plus years of asking people,
I would have been praying for her. Really
and I
hard.
did. And but it went worse. Like she come back to the table when they brought the food, and she brought the appetizer, and she brought it out, and Kaylee reached for it because we hadn't prayed yet. We were going to pray. She brought this appetizer out, and Kaylee reached. I said, "No, don't do that." And she said, "Baby, you can do whatever you want. You pick up whatever you want. That's yours." I said, "Don't ever tell a child to do what their parent has told them not to do."
Exactly.
I said,
That's not.
"Don't
kosher.
do that." I said, "Kaylee, you know we haven't prayed over this food yet, and we're going to do that." She just forgot. She's a little kid.
Yeah.
I said, "Don't do that." And I told that lady, I said, "Don't do it again. Don't do it again." And
Wow.
so it went downhill fast. But I couldn't believe it. Like I just told her no, and she's telling her, "Yeah, you do it." I looked at her. I thought, "Who do you think you are?"
She would have been scolded. I can.
Okay,
promise you
Kelly was
that.
a prayer warrior back when she was a little kid. You know,
Yeah.
she prays, but she don't do it outwardly. She's got in the teenage years. She'll pray, you know, silently. But
Right.
I'm telling you, when she was little, man, she made
Prayer
people
warrior,
stop.
huh?
She was a stuff. Well, she
That's
used to go
awesome.
with me every time I would go visit somebody in the hospital or something.
Yeah.
Kayla said, "We're a team. We go."
I love it.
And like one night, I was visiting her family, and I told Lynn, I said, "We got to go. Somebody's head of the hospital," and I said they asked us to come, and so I said, "I'll drop you and Kayla." Kayla said,
I'm going with you.
Papa, I'm with you. We're a team." Well, and she did too. She went in there and checking on people. I mean, she's still like that. You know, you ain't telling her she's going.
Right. I love it.
But man, I have to rein her in, man. It's like, whoa, you know, because sometimes
She's a live wire.
she's a live wire.
But
And
I want to tell everybody the reason why I keep doing this to my jaw is I have a buccal patch. It's for pain that I put in my jaw,
yeah,
and it's just habit, you know, to get. I don't know. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. If anybody thought I just had a nervous tick or something, that's
well,
not what it is. You know,
you could have a
I'm not
nervous
jumping
tick.
or anything. I could.
but it's not that.
I guarantee you, if a tick gets on me, it'll get nervous.
Man, I was doing a, around here it's bad.
Yeah.
I was doing a walking history tour with a park ranger. Well, he wasn't a ranger, but he's attached to. He works with them, and he was doing. We were going to do the walk about Sam Watkins, who wrote Company H,
Right.
and it was a pretty good group of us. It was we rode down Uparket area, and you basically follow the second day. You follow the troop movements,
Right.
and but you got to go through the woods.
This is a Confederate troop movement and
Union, and because somebody died, and they think
Yeah.
that was somebody that was in his book, and of course.
Now, wasn't there a connection to one of the presidents?
Well, he was at the battle. Abraham Lincoln's brother-in-law.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
but-
because we went.
Yeah,
and
we got
found.
when I do the next history show, I'm going to show.
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
awesome.
I need to take you to the other side, and we'll walk through and
I
look at
think
that.
we actually did a video
We did 3
while
videos.
we were there, did we?
We did 3 videos, but we didn't do. We did a video at the grave, but not about that.
Right.
But you got to go up through the woods and follow that troop movement and come back through. It's pretty fascinating. Well, as we're walking through there, this lady says, she hits me in the back. Hello, Jake. She kind of hits me in the back. She said, I'm sorry, but you got a tick on you. I'm getting it off. I said, no, please do. You know, I had a hat on. I had a big hat. I had like a cowboy hat on or something.
Right.
And it had hit my hat and it fell down on my back.
Wow.
And she was like, I'm getting it off of you. I said, please do. Any and every one you see. So doing pretty good. Biscuit Boy's feeling better. He was ill for the last 2 or 3 days. He's a little weak, but that means he's still like, he can still jump through steel doors and fly through the air and do a scissor kick and
There we go.
drop some lefty loon or something if he needed to. He could still do that.
I believe it could. I do. I believe it could.
But he wouldn't take on a whole battalion right now.
No, if I'd have to limit it to 3, I guess.
You guys are gonna have to pull your weight today because I'm a little tired.
Wow.
Good morning, Jerry Barrett, and good morning over in Podbean.
Yes. Good
How
morning.
is the
Thanks for
sickly
joining us.
people?
Jerry, how are you this morning, brother?
This sickly people's doing better.
I am. I'm doing much better.
I can't believe he's here. I mean, honestly, I was shocked. But
My wife was shocked. I said, when they released me last night, I come walking out with the papers, and she looked at me. She said, "Are they releasing you?" I said, "Yeah." Good to go.
We're out of here.
And so on the way back home, I said, "Well, I guess I'm going to do a podcast in the morning." She said, "No, you're not." And then she said, "Well, if you feel like it, do it." So,
and he felt like it, and he's doing it. So,
amen.
I'm going to tell the abbreviated version, but I still remember. Like I went home. Jeremy was just a little boy. I mean, he's nearly 40 now, but he was like 5 or 6 years old. I think 5.
It's hard to believe he's.
They were
40.
both sick as a dog, and I said we're gonna have to go to the hospital because they were getting dehydrated, and They're both like no, and I said you throw up one more time. That's the deal. You gotta drink something light. You hold it down, we're good. If you throw it up, we're on the road.
Yep.
They both threw up. I said, let's go. So we got, oh yeah, that's right. 45 years today with your beloved. Congratulations. The same crazy woman. I think it's the same crazy guy. That's right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy
everybody.
Valentine's Day, everybody. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Valentine's Day till I went to Publix this morning. And people were walking out with roses and all kinds of stuff.
Last minute.
Yeah, and so I guess I better stop and get something on the way.
So I loaded the fam up. We're headed to. Josh is not even born. He must have been. No, he had to be 4. Josh was not even born yet.
Wow.
If I remember right. But anyway, I'm taking him. We're going to East Ridge Hospital before it became, Park Ridge.
Right.
And as we're pulling in, Jeremy said,
"Daddy, take him to Dye County."
No, I didn't do that. I think our insurance was actually at that time
HMO with them.
Yeah. So I pull in. He said, "Daddy, I don't think I need to go because Jerry he didn't like doctors." I said, "You're sick, boy. You're gonna get seen." It's just the conversation the way it went. He goes, "I'm telling you, Daddy, I'm okay." Yeah. I said, "You're going in." He goes, "I'll just sit in the car." I said, "You're not sitting in the car." So
You're throwing everything up. Son.
So we go in, and Lynn was worse. Lynn was in worse shape. So they took Lynn first. And that's amazing that a kid wasn't taken first, but they got her hooked up. They gave her 2 bags like you're talking. They hooked her up to a bag immediately and started giving her medication for the nausea.
Yep.
So Jeremy's telling me, he goes, "Hey, doctor, I don't need you anymore." And so he says, "Well, let me take care of Mom." And he said, "We'll check you out." And he said, he said, "I won't need anything."
Yeah, he didn't want that needle stuck in his arm.
And he watched that because I got him back there. I can't leave him out in the thing. Right. So he sees all that. He goes, "I won't need that done to me."
I'm good.
So this is the power of the brain, man. I'm telling you, willpower. Yeah. So the doctor gets her hooked up, and Lynn's like, "Give me anything you want." She's sick. So he turns around and said, "All right, young man." He gives him some Sprite. He said, "You drink this whole cup. You hold it down, and I won't do anything." He said, "I'll do it." By golly, that little rascal did it.
He did it.
He looked at me. He said, "I don't think he needs
He was
anything."
probably fighting it the whole time.
Oh, he was.
Mouth watering.
He said, "I told you, Daddy. I didn't need to see no doctor." I said,
Tough kid.
"You little stinker."
Yeah. But I want to tell you, it's amazing what a couple of bags of saline will do for you. Because I was
Pump
so
you up.
weak. I couldn't hardly walk into the emergency room yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was that weak, and I was in a lot of pain. Hadn't had my pain medication, in 3 days. I didn't have anything in my stomach. I didn't drink anything. Everything I drank just come right back up. And they got me the saline, and I was good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I was good to go. And I drank. They wanted me to drink a glass of water, like you said. I wish they'd have gave me Sprite, but they gave me water. And I said, drink this and hold it down, and you can go home. So I did. I drank it and held it down. Even ate the ice. But you want to hear something really neat? Our youngest son, Hunter, he called his mom while we were at the hospital. Wanted to know how I was doing. Wanted to know if she needed any dinner or anything like that. She said no. Well, Hunter lives on the ridge there in Chad, at Mission Ridge right there. Is it Mission Ridge or Missionary Ridge? Missionary Ridge is down here. That's Mission Ridge. Or is it Mission Ridge is down here?
Yeah,
That's
that's
Missionary Ridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of them ridges, that's where he and his wife live.
They all roll together.
Yeah, and it's not far from the hospital. So I told my wife, I pointed and I said, look here. And here he come walking in with a bag from Cookout. He'd stopped and got her something to eat. Got me a large water because he knew I couldn't eat anything. And I was just blown away. I mean, I really was, because, Hunter he's 26, 27, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
And he's so thoughtful. I mean, so
It's awesome.
thoughtful. It just blew me away. Really.
Look at Jared. He's so thoughtful. He took care of Valentine's and anniversary all in the same day.
All in the same. Hey,
I bet it was one gift.
that's the way to do it. Get married on a major holiday.
Here's Valentine's and anniversary gift.
Yeah.
What'd you get her, Jared?
And happy birthday.
Amp up here. Yeah, what'd you give her? Don't tell me it was a pot to cook in.
Yeah.
Oh, I was listening to, I was taking the trip from Hades. I was taking Kaylee up to Athens yesterday. Traffic was horrible. But I was listening to Sports Talk. I haven't listened to them in a while.
Right.
It's on the local channels here. And all of them are talking about how, guys, listen now. If your wife or girlfriend says it don't matter about that Valentine's Day, don't believe it. It's a lie.
Don't listen.
You will be burnt down for that if you don't do something.
You're being set up.
That's what they said. You're being set up. Like, I don't recognize that Valentine's Day. You don't have to get me nothing.
Yeah.
Don't fall for that.
Don't do it. Talk about the doghouse.
Yeah, under the doghouse. not just doghouse, under it.
Yeah. That's where I stayed. I thought I might have the flu or something, the way that I was feeling. I never ran a fever.
Yeah.
And that was the weird thing. I never ran a fever. But I stayed on the bottom floor of the house. I didn't want to get my wife sick. If it was something that was contagious, I didn't want her to get it.
Which hospital did you go to?
Memorial.
Okay. I was just wondering if you went to Erlanger on a
Lord knows.
Friday night and the gunshot victims and everything else coming up in there, man.
No.
It's wild.
I should have went to Park Ridge. Is where I should have went. Park Ridge has got like a 10-minute.
Look at Jerry. We quit getting each other presents because we get whatever we want all year long. We are going to spend the day together. Yeah,
Well, that's more. I want to tell you what.
Jerry, you're going to pay something today. The day together, you're going to be buying something.
Spending time with your loved one, in my opinion, is more important than.
Oh, yeah.
But women do like getting some candy and some
See,
chocolates.
the best thing, what was great about my wife was she was always a huge sports fan. So if I said, let's go to the ball game, she's like, yeah, let's go. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like I wouldn't like get guys be like, "Can I go to the ball game with the guys?" My wife would be like, "Hey, I'm going."
I'm going with you.
So she woke up this morning. I went to help her up, and she's on her phone. She's watching NASCAR highlights from the race. That's my wife. I mean, she loves sports. She might not be into golf or what else. She tennis. She's not really, but she likes baseball, football, some basketball, and she likes NASCAR. Which
You ever
is
do
cool.
any hunting? Well, you ever do?
Here we go. We had our honeymoon in room 219 at Stone Mountain. We went back 13 years later, and they were still rebuilding.
Wow. Did y'all go through the floor? Sound like you broke the bed.
219.
Got a little wild in there.
We got a spill in 219.
Yeah.
It looks like
Got a code red.
it looks like Clyde from Every Which Way You Can has been in there.
Yeah.
The chandelier ripped out.
Wow.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Both of them. Every
Yeah,
Which Way You Can, Every Which Way You Can, whatever it was called. I love
Did
that.
I ever tell you
Right
about,
turn, Clyde.
Did I ever tell you about the hunting story? There was this guy, he got up one morning, got dressed, he's going deer hunting. And so he's getting dressed, his wife gets up. She said, "I want to know why you never take me with you." He said, "You never asked. I didn't even know you wanted to hunt with me." She said, "Well, I'd like to go with you." And he said, "That's great." Got her ready, got her a gun and everything, and they hit the road, got to the hunting site, and he said, "Now I want you to climb up. This is your tree stand. I want you to climb up here. I'm going to be about 300 yards this way. If you see a deer, shoot it, and I'll come running." Well, he didn't even make it to his tree stand, and he heard this bam, bam, bam. So he turned around and went running back. Well, when he got to the tree stand, there was a guy standing there with his hands up. And he was saying, "Okay, lady, okay, it's your deer. Just let me get my saddle off of it."
Jerry says, "You know what happens when you turn a preacher loose?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, they don't call him Pharaoh for nothing.
I know what happens when you turn a
Just keep
preacher's
going and going.
grandson loose. Been there.
Oh, man.
Wow.
We went in this bad motel one time. It's a group. It was getting 2 rooms. It was me, my wife, my sister, and 2 friends.
Right.
And cold as snot in Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh my gosh. And anyway, we walk in. Now this is the Vol Inn. It's not even there anymore. I'm like, I didn't even want to stay there, but it's like the cheapest, closest thing to where we were going.
Right.
Anyway, we walk in. This place, it's typical. It looks like, understand. So the guy's looking at us, and one of the guys is with me. He had that biker look,
Yeah.
And he's looking at us, and the whole time we're talking, he's just checking each one of us out. He's shaking his head, and I'm looking at him like, I was thinking, what's up with this? And the guy's looking, he never changed the expression.
Right.
And I was telling him what we were looking for, and he said, "What are you in town for?" It's never been asked. I mean, somebody usually, "Are y'all in town to go to this thing or whatever?"
Couple of days.
But he was like almost like interrogation.
Yeah.
"Y'all here for that concert tonight?" Yes, sir, we are. Matter of fact, he said, "Okay, here's the deal." He got real serious. He said, "You can stay. I'm gonna put you in upstairs on the back side of the motel. I got 2 rooms side by side." He goes, "I'm gonna tell you what, if I have one bit of trouble, I'm kicking you out." I said, "Did we give you an indication that
We
we're
were going to
trouble?"
give you trouble? Yeah.
And he said, "I know how it is. I'm just letting you know these are the ground rules." I said, "Fine, you got no problem out of us."
Yeah.
My gosh, it was like crazyville. All night long, after we got back from the concert, there was people up all night long. Somebody got thrown off the balcony through the front of the windshield. There were a
Sweet.
couple of gunshots, I think, went off. I mean, we come out in the morning.
I see why he said that.
Yeah, but we wasn't that. We come out in the morning. There's a guy with the funnel turned up, funneling some
Shotgun
beer.
the beer.
Yeah, with a bottle of Jack in the other hand. And girls walking around naked and everything. I was like, what in the
What
heck?
concert was it?
I think that was a Leopard concert in Knoxville, Tennessee at Thompson Bowling. My wife was like, let's get out of here.
Might have been me.
they thrown this dude off like this. It was 2-story, and they throw maybe it's 3. They throw this dude off, man. Went through a windshield. They said the cops running out of there all night long,
I hope he hit on his back.
I think he did. Like I think he landed back, but went through the windshield.
Wasn't head first.
They wasn't head first, but they he got thrown off the party level or something. You know, bam. Wow, crazy stuff. I've never been. I've stayed in some rough places, but never nothing like that.
Oh, I've stayed in that.
The first night I went for, you go up to Knoxville or ASVAB, and to go in the military, and they put us all in the same motel. Same thing. They put you on the back side of the motel. It was a nice place. They had a nice restaurant and everything there.
Right.
And all them guys, and they had a huge party a few doors down where people was going. I went to bed. I called home, told Mama I was there. I'm good. I'm going to bed. I think I was watching a Braves game or something, and then they would pick you up in a van and take you over to the place.
Yeah.
Some of those old boys and girls were so drunk still, man. They couldn't hardly hold their heads up. And they were having to talk to them on the side like, you're about to get kicked out. You're not going to get in the military to get kicked out. But it was, man, they act like they'd never been away from home or something. Maybe they haven't. I don't know.
Might not have ever been away from home.
I was 17 years old. They invited me down. I'm like, no. I'm going to bed.
I'm surprised they didn't take them. And as soon as they get there, make them start running.
They were.
You know what I mean? Let them vomit all that stuff up.
They were people. They were people riding each other like a horse. I don't mean that. Let me clarify that. Like on their back, like they're running around. Yeah. That's how drunk they were. Like somebody's a horse and they're riding on top of them like they're a cowboy. That's what they told me. They was like,
were they drinking moonshine?
I don't know. I heard it was like several rooms worth of people all in one room, like a big party room, and they just partied down crazy. I think the motel came up and I think a couple of them got kicked out of the motel, but
I can only imagine.
It was a fight, or something. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been to
was it
pretty wild party.
No, it wasn't a room charge by the hour. It wasn't that. I have seen those, but it wasn't far above that. There has been those places you can find them. They advertise it. That's the flashing light, pay by the hour.
When I've stayed in some places where I walk in the room and look, and I've gone back to the front desk and said, "Can I get some sheets?" Like a couple of sets of sheets. Something.
You're in trouble when you have to walk and ask for toilet paper like they don't. It's like they look at you like, you didn't bring your own? I mean, like, I guess we can give you some. I mean,
well,
how many people have we over the years stayed at motels and the ladies coming around and cleaning the rooms, and a lot of times they were Hispanic and they were probably all illegal. Probably every single one of them.
Probably.
We never knew it. We couldn't understand a thing they were saying, but they cleaned our room,
They did
but
a good
they worked they did a good job. They worked for a dump motel making dump money.
You ever had anybody steal anything out of your room?
I've never had it, but I've always taken anything of real value with me when I go. I put it in the back of the car and just keep an eye on the car, but I don't trust it.
See,
hotels will run, reputable hotels will run tests. They'll test you. They have people that slip in and leave like money laying about in a room to see if their cleaners will take it.
Honest, yeah. Well, I won't stay.
Hey, Dusty.
I won't stay at a hotel if it doesn't have a safe in the room.
Awesome.
It has to have a safe in the room.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty.
I thought you were going to say you take it down. Good morning to you, buddy.
Most definitely. No.
If you want to come up, Dusty, just let me know. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
We're just talking nuts on this morning. But so I was thinking you just go down to the front desk, and you give them the stuff put in the safe. And I'm thinking that ain't going to work.
No.
That's not going to work, dude.
I want
we'll put it in a safe.
To whatever I have. Because I usually carry, but it depends on where I go. But I'll carry a fairly large amount of cash with me.
Well, in some places, $20 would be a large.
This is true.
You
know, my wife and I were talking last night, and you know, there are places in the Caribbean you can go buy 2 houses. I mean, nice houses, 3-bedroom, 4-bath on the beach. You can buy 2 of them for less than $400,000.
Yeah.
And I'm seriously thinking about doing that, just to have a place to go, you know. Only thing you got to worry about is hurricanes. I know the Dominican Republic was really nice, you know.
I'm thinking, or so would you go remember, would you go to some island somewhere and just live off the little tiki hut and little?
That's my dream.
That's your dream, like you got.
That's where I want to retire. I want to be the old man in the sea.
Dusty was asking how you feel, so.
I'm not 100%, buddy. I appreciate you asking. I'm still really weak, but I'm here, you know. And
he's here. Here is a lot. I mean, you know, that's like the hat says, keep ascending. You got to just get better. Keep ascending.
That's exactly right. And God is good. I had a lot of people praying for me last night.
Amen.
And
I had people comment. I didn't even remember who they were. They were like, I appreciate them doing that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
They just saw it and said, I'm praying. So that's always a good thing.
And my beautiful wife, she sent out some prayer requests for me, and my grandson had a get together with some of his friends last night, and he stopped and asked all of them to take a moment and pray for his grandfather.
Amen.
And you know, I appreciate that. Gage is such a good kid.
Kaylee's always worried that I'm dying. Like, are you okay? Like, she hears me cough. Like, are you okay?
Well, my wife was literally yesterday. She was so concerned that she thought I was dying. I mean, she really did, because Dave, you know how I love me some cigars.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke a cigar for 3 days.
Oh yeah, you were definitely on death's door if you weren't smoking a cigar.
Exactly. You know, and
oh no, he's not smoking a cigar.
Yeah. And you know, she kept asking me, you know, she would come down, she said, can I get you something to eat? And I said, only if you want to see it come back up, you know, because I've already tried water and I can't even hold water down, you know, it's coming out one end or the other, or both, you know.
Oh man, we've all been there. We
it
have
was
all
miserable.
been there.
I mean, it really was. I was just miserable. But like I said, God is good, and I feel comparatively 100% better, but I'm getting better. I'm on the mend, man. I'm on the mend. I'm gonna go to the gym and work out today.
He'll get him. He'll take some sort of route, and he'll work out, and he'll be back at it tomorrow strong.
That's it.
Ready to go. The Incredible Hulk.
I take before I work out. I usually there's several things that I do, but there are 3 things. The creatine. I'm a firm believer in creatine, and I take a supplement called MK677, and
MK677,
and nitrous oxide. I take quite a bit of nitrous oxide. Opens the veins up and feeds the muscles really well.
Jerry said we was going hunting one time. I stayed at a hotel. We was eating at the breakfast bar, and the cleaners went in and called the police because of the amount of guns we had. I almost got locked up because the police said there wasn't anything big enough for me to use my 300 Magnum on around that area.
Well, it depends. If you gotta go through a wall to get it, you might need that. or a tree.
Oh my gosh, we've got a terrorist here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, I could just see that. Yes. There they are. There's those 2 guys.
I told you about me and a buddy of mine. He had a relative die and left him an old house, and we went in one evening. We were fairly intoxicated. And,
fairly.
Yeah, and we just went in. There was not a whole lot in the house, but man, there were some rats in the walls.
Oh.
And I said, hey, I got an idea. And he said, what? And I said, I'll be back in a minute. Well, I had a a Remington 870 pump, assault shotgun, buckshot in it. I went and got that thing and a couple of boxes of shells, and I also grabbed a pistol. I went walking back in. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I thought we'd get rid of some of them rats." He said, "I got the first shot." So I handed him the shotgun. Dude, we just blew the walls up. I don't know how many rats we killed. We were just having fun shooting the walls, you know. Well, it wasn't too long, and the police were at the door, threatening to arrest us for discharging a firearm. And I said, "Hold on a minute. Do you know the law?" He said, "Yeah, you cannot discharge a firearm in the city limits." I said, "Wrong. You can discharge a firearm anywhere as long as you own the property and the projectile never leaves the boundaries of your property. Yeah. It's not against the law."
And y'all were shooting walls. They didn't leave the boundaries.
Exactly. It didn't go through the brick on the outside. You know, we weren't blowing holes all the way through the house. But anyway, people complained.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Go figure.
Our neighbors have got a gunfight.
Yeah. Sound like OK Corral.
Dude, that would have been great if you had did it on Halloween night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Would that not have been great? Like, people would be like, "Oh,
bam, bam, bam." You know how a 12 gauge sounds.
And have like a screaming sound, you know, like some.
Yeah. He got me.
I got another zombie. There's one upstairs.
Yeah,
go.
boom, boom. Run for your life.
Have like a little speaker out there to help with the sound outside that the whole neighborhood get it.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be great.
Well, maybe we can try that this coming Halloween.
Jerry says, "I have a black pastor friend that I'm going to teach how to shoot a rifle, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to let him shoot my 300 Magnum or my 50 cal muzzle loader. He doesn't weigh. He don't weigh but 150 pounds.
Dude, I want to tell you what. Be careful how you load that 50 cal, because that son of a gun will take your shoulder off. I had a Hawken, and you talk it's a great gun. I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, it's not, you know, the deer's not going to stand there, you know, hold on a minute. You're packing that thing, you know. You got to get them in one shot or have a backup, you know. Look like, what was that movie Mel Gibson was in? The Patriot or something like that. Running through the woods with 5 guns, you know. Bam! And throw it down, grab another one.
Oh, man. Yeah, they had a little bit disadvantage, you know.
Yep. And it also depended on what you shot.
Yeah.
You know, out of it was the rifle, was the barrel, you know, rifle.
Years ago, it was a video that was circulating. This is before social media even really took off.
Right.
But there was a video that was circulating. Remember that video? It was somewhere in another country. And like they were shooting guns, and it was like the tall, skinny guy, and he was shooting, I mean, like a massive weapon, and it's floating backwards. You remember that video?
Yes.
I forget what that gun was, man, but it was like massive. It's one of those you lay across something and you don't hold it. You lay it down.
Yeah, kind of like a Barrett 50 cal, but
good Lord.
Have you ever seen, I forget the guy's name, Brian Shaw, I think is his name, World's Strongest Man. He's a huge guy.
And it's not Jerry Barrett. I thought he was the world's strongest man.
You know, I'm gonna tell you what, he give Jerry a run for his money.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you know, they got a video of him shooting this elephant rifle. It's supposed to be the most powerful rifle in the world. And he put that thing up there and went boom. Now this guy weighs about 350 pounds, solid muscle. He wouldn't shoot it again. He was like, I think he dislocated my shoulder.
Jerry says, I shot a deer at 125 yards, and the hole of the 50 cal coming out was the size of a cantaloupe.
Oh, I bet. I'm surprised it didn't blow his whole back out.
Some hunter out there going, my God.
I want to tell you what.
What was that?
We used to go bear and boar hunting up in Tellico.
What? Wait a minute. What hunting? Bear?
Bear and boar.
What's bear? I mean, I get
bear, you know, black bear.
Oh, okay.
And boar is pig, you know.
I thought you meant B-A-R-E, bear. Like,
no.
I don't know why they hit me like that, like bear.
That's pretty funny. Got a bear boar. But I'm serious. We got to the camp
man.
there. There's about 20 of us. Pulled in. We were getting our tent up. And
10.
yeah, we were sleeping in a tent. And I heard somebody, here it comes. There was a dang boar running right through the middle of the camp. Well, I dove for the ground. Because I know how these idiots are, you know, they're boom, 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 boom. People shooting at that thing. This guy stepped out, 50 cal Hawking, and he shot that boar right between the eyes, hit him right in the forehead right there, knocked him down. The boar got up, shook his head, and took off running again. That's the darndest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Just shook it off. And
He did.
kept
Shook
going.
it off because you can't shoot one of them buggers in the head.
Biscuit boy, hot, naked. He would be grinning and shooting.
That's it. Let it all hang out there, bro.
What's the naked hunt?
Bear boar hunting. That would be. I don't know if I'd want to, do that. I definitely would want to go bear fishing.
The bears would be like, the nuts are back in the woods.
Yeah. There's this guy. He goes into the doctor's office one day and he was wrapped all up in saran wrap. Well, he sits there and they finally call him back to see the doctor.
Oh, man.
The doctor looks at him. He said, "Well, I can clearly see your nuts."
Without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, man. I was at the doctor's office one day. It was packed out. It's back when I'd have my gallbladder surgery. I was at the surgeon's.
Oh, bless your heart.
Packed place. And there's
That
a guy
almost
there.
killed my wife.
Oh, man. What about kill me?
It ruptured.
There was a guy there. He must have been 380 pounds. Big dude. He's got his arms crossed and he's just got his head buried down.
Yep.
And he was snoring so loud. And his wife's just sitting there flipping through the magazine.
Well, she's used to it.
I mean, when I say he was railing the windows, dude, I mean, and it was like a real quiet, like everybody's trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
And she just didn't care, but everybody, I mean, he called their name and the guy like, he went on back. And when he went to the back, the whole waiting room erupted in laughter.
Oh, I bet. My wife sleeps with a pillow over her head.
Because of you. It's like,
She does. We've tried everything. She slept upstairs. She slept on the top floor. I slept on the bottom floor, so we kept a floor between us. And we tried that for a while, and that's not good for a marriage,
No.
So she bought some earplugs. I'm going to try that. I got a CPAP thing. I ain't wearing it. I mean, you ever wore one of them things?
I wear it every night.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You got the whole thing, or
I have
just
the
the
whole
one
thing.
that goes up your nose?
I have the whole thing.
See, I had the one that goes up, you just blows air up your nose. Well, dude, if you don't do it right, your lips will be going. That air got to go somewhere.
It does. It does.
And I hate it. I hate that thing. I couldn't sleep with it. I could not sleep.
I had to get
with
used to it, but once I would never sleep without it. Like my granddaughter has came and woke me up and said, "Papa, put your mask on." I was snoring.
Right.
But it's I love it, man. I love it. Jerry Barrett, I did wake up in camp one time and looked out the door, and a buck was standing at the back of my truck. I stuck my rifle out the door and shot it and went back to bed. I didn't have to pull it anywhere. Just loaded it and went home.
Let him bleed out.
Dude, that's
there.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I like
Happy hunting.
My favorite kill shot for a deer was actually down in Rock Spring at Shields Lake. You ever been down there?
I don't know if I've been to
hunting
Rock
club.
a lot, but I don't think I've ever been to that lake.
It's a hunting
I didn't
club.
know there was one there, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
I'll take you down there and show it to you. Well, anyway, my ex-father-in-law and a group of guys got together and bought the place. And it's got several lakes on it where you can go fish, and there's hunting ducks, all kinds of good
Cool.
stuff. Well, me and buddy of mine, we got out there early one morning, and I got down. We had scouted it. There was a trail coming off the ridge, and the deer had just been, been single file, coming down through there every morning. So I got down behind this huge fallen oak tree, and the sun wasn't up yet. And he said blew the wax out of his ears.
I've listened to your story, but I shouldn't have put that on the screen yet.
That's hilarious.
It killed me.
But
go ahead.
Anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting for the sun to come up, see if any, and this fox squirrel comes running up the tree there barking at me. I mean, and would not go away. And I wanted to hit it or something, but about that time, something flew over my head and almost blew my hat off. I thought it was a pterodactyl, but it was a wild turkey.
T-Rex coming through.
Yeah, it was a wild turkey been roosting in the tree behind me there, and he just flew out. Got tired of listening to that squirrel, I guess. And so about that time, I hear a noise, and I look, and here they come down through there. About 4 deer deep in the line there was a pretty good sized spike buck. I'd say spike, he's 4-point. But that squirrel starts barking again, it spooks them. And so they're just like roaches when you turn the light on. They're gone. Well, that buck, he turned and started running up the ridge, and all I saw was that white tail doing this. So I had a 30-30, the best brush gun you can have, 30-30, and they're fairly accurate, if you know how to shoot. So I put a bead down. I had no scope. I mean, you don't use a scope in the woods, but anyway, I dropped down on him and followed him, and boom, I hit him to the left side of his butthole about that far because I was aiming at his tail. That was anyway. And it went right up his spine, just dropped him. He started sliding back down the ridge, and I went and gutted him, put him over my shoulders, and carried him back to the truck.
Hey, Jerry, you have a blessed day with your bride there.
Yes, most definitely. Enjoy the time.
And have a blessed church service tomorrow.
Yes.
Amen.
Most definitely.
Yeah. There have been people, it happens. They never find the deer. Like
because they don't know how to track.
Yeah,
you got to follow
for 4 hours. I couldn't find my deer.
Did you follow the blood?
They claim they have, but I don't know.
Well, if there was no blood, guess what?
You missed.
Exactly. Come on, put 2 and 2 together. Me and a buddy of mine, we were up Flat Top Mountain, up above Soddy Daisy, and we were scouting. And we had taken our bow and arrow with us. And Steve had a compound. I had a Browning recurve. I loved that thing. I thought it was more powerful than a compound, but that's just because I could pull that booger back so far, But with a recurve, you ever shot a recurve? You know what I'm talking about? See, with a regular compound, you pull it back and it locks. And you can hold it, and then
I've shot that gun. Yeah.
Well, with a recurve, you pull it back, and boom, you pull it back, drop, and boom, you let go. Well, we're going up this old dirt road. It's on some Bowater property, and
by the way, Bowater was a paper mill.
Yeah.
They owned all this land for trees to make the paper. That's what Bowater is.
That's what Bowater is.
Yeah.
They were actually responsible for that huge pileup on the way to Athens,
because it fogged. Yeah.
That
Horrible.
was
100-car pileup, or truck, cars, whatever.
One of the worst
in multiple
in history.
Oh yeah.
Of the United States.
Horrible.
One of the worst ones. Yeah. But I hear something coming, and coming around the bend on this little logging road that we're on, 3 Doberman pinchers. And I'm like, I thought I was Magnum or something, He had, the Dobermans, Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Well,
Zeus, Apollo.
Yeah, it startled both of us, and we pulled down on them things because I didn't know if they were going to attack or not. And I told them, get out of here, go on. They looked and they didn't want to go back the way they came. They wanted to keep going the way that we were coming. So I told Steve, I said, step off side.
Yeah, pull off the side.
We stepped off.
Tell
He
me to go
got
on.
on one side, I got on the other, and they took off running, went right by us. I have no idea where they come from. This is out in the middle of nowhere, on a mountain. Somebody's letting them dogs run.
Dude,
You're not supposed to hunt with dogs in the state of Tennessee.
I was helping a guy. He was doing a paint job. We're doing some sanding back to the original well. Might have lost start. We're back.
We're back.
Sometimes the Wi-Fi bounces when it's cold like that, but
right.
This was a little cold. But anyway, there was a dog down there. I was up on this window, and I was doing around this windowsill.
Yeah.
And this dog's barking at me, woof, woof, woof.
The whole time
woof,
while you're there.
just constantly.
Like
and
this
I
moron next door over here.
And I said, get out of here. And he barked again and took off. So I'm like, I'm working. Well, them idiots, I didn't know it. My friends, my so-called friends, heard that. They called the dog in, had him come upstairs, and I hear something behind me. Because
it's the dog.
It's the dog. He's quiet. I hear something. I'm like, what was that? I turned around. I'm up on this ladder, dude.
A Doberman or a pit bull?
He wasn't either one of those, but he was a big dog. I turned around, man. I about fell off that ladder. Like it was almost like the dog, because I was like, get out of here. I'll whoop your tail. I was just giving him a hard time and getting him to go on. And it was like all of a sudden I'm sitting, he's staring at me. And I heard him laughing.
I bet.
I said, get that dog out of here.
Have you ever
No, broski, I didn't cornbread we're gonna have a biscuit. We got one here, but we do have a biscuit in the house.
Yeah,
we do.
Right here.
There is a
Jack's
biscuit in the house.
Biscuits.
We just went on the air before. We're gonna come off here in a few minutes, and we're gonna
have us partake.
A biscuit. We will have us a biscuit.
Hopefully, my tummy can take it.
If your tummy can take it, a little tummy will do ya.
Should. But anyway, have you ever been up a 30-foot ladder?
Not 30, not that far.
First time I ever got on a 30-foot ladder, I was toting shingles up to the top of dropping them off on the rope. Well, I was a fairly strong guy, and I had a couple of bundles over my shoulder, and I get up there to the top, and that ladder is just shaking like crazy. And I told Zach, the guy that owned the company there, I said, dude, you're going to have to get another ladder. This thing, I feel like I'm going to fall. This thing's shaking so bad. He said, look down. I looked down. My knees were doing this. That's the reason why it was me causing the ladder to shake.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. But, yeah.
I was it was a 20. And I'm not good with heights. I was helping this same painter, and I was just supposed to be going up and caulking some stuff, And I couldn't do it, man. I just had because I didn't even think the ladder was that good, honestly. And it was just not a good thing. But I'm like, I'm good up to like 10, 15 feet, maybe. You start getting over that, it gets a little iffy for me, man.
Right. We were remodeling this house over North Chattanooga. It was an older house. We actually added an upstairs to it and put dormers and all kinds of different things in. But on the outside, we put cedar shake. It's concrete, pretty much. It's formed to look like cedar. Well, I was putting the last piece up, and it was right at the corner of the house, and I'm on one of them 15-foot step ladders. Well, like a dummy, I get on the very top, and I'm reaching with a nail gun, and there goes the ladder, and I fall all the way, and I know it broke my arm, but I didn't go to the doctor. So it took me about 3 months for my arm to heal.
Wow.
And it still bothers me.
Well, sure.
Sometimes because I never did have it set right. Oh, another thing, I've had my back fused, right?
Mm-hmm.
L4, L5, and S1. Well, guess what? L3, when they did the CT on me last night, is broken.
Oh, wow.
And I know when it happened. About the second or third time we hooked our camper up, this is right after, we got it, when Jody retired, I was putting the anti-sway bars on, and one of them was not going up, onto the lip so that I could clip it in. And so I just manned up on that thing. And when I did, I felt a pop. And
I remember you telling me about that, I think.
Sounded like a shotgun going off.
Ugh.
My wife heard it on the other side of the camper. I'll put it that way.
Oh, man.
And I hit the ground. And I thought I was going to be paralyzed. I didn't think I was going to be able to get up.
Wow.
But I did. I got up, and my back was hurting, but I'm used to pain. But I didn't think it had broke anything. And I ended up having an MRI, and they said, your L3's broken? I said, I kind of figured something was, But
like
still, you can still see it.
It's like those guys working out. They're putting the max push on, and they blow their shoulder out of their back or something,
I've dislocated my shoulder lifting.
Yeah.
But I've just, because I used to ride bulls, my shoulder's been jerked out of socket. I don't know how many times.
What was the meanest bull you rode? You remember the name? They all have names.
I do remember, and it sounds like it's going to be made up, but El Diablo was the name of the Brahma bull. That was his name. We came out of the chute, and I bet you he was 10 feet off the ground. Right out the chute, and he started spinning. I stayed on him for 8 seconds, but he started spinning. When I let go, it threw me all the way up against the fence. He was spinning. He was just spinning like crazy.
El Diablo.
That was his name, and he came after me too. He was the devil, I'm telling you. That's why I love him rodeo clowns.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they save lives.
Oh, man.
Kind of like Jack Nicholson said, we save lives. If you want me on that wall.
Have you ever rode a bull at the barn that you felt like was El Diablo?
Hey, I want to tell you what. You want to hear something hilarious? They used to have a mechanical bull at Paul Gray's.
They did.
At the Play Lake Club. Well, I could ride one of them. Nobody could throw me off of a mechanical bull. Well, I told somebody that was with me that night, and I didn't think about it. I had on dress pants. Polyester and leather don't, or whatever, it's kind of like, did you ever see the movie Vacation or Christmas Vacation or whatever, when he puts that stuff on the bottom of the sled and boom, that's the way I felt. I knew when I got on that thing it was a bad idea. But the guy that was running it had never been able to throw me off, and he started that thing off hard, and I didn't even hit. I went over the wall. I landed on the floor on the other side, not on the sponge.
He's like, yeah, I got him.
Yeah, he got me. He looked at me and pointed and started laughing. Oh, God.
Usually it's a bunch of drunks that are really drunk, and they don't have to go that fast with them.
Oh, no.
And they're flying and flipping off of it.
Dude, there were some girls that would get on there and do like a pole dance on that thing. It was crazy.
That's why they all gather around to watch.
Yeah. Sure enough.
I've never been on one. I just didn't.
They're a lot of fun.
Well, I didn't trust the people doing it, man. Some people want to hurt you. They try to hurt you, man. They don't care.
Especially if they can throw you off. I'm like a spider.
Yeah, they'll do.
You could throw me off. And it's because, I grew up breaking horses and training horses. And, I don't know how many times I've ridden a horse to the ground. And you talk about breaking a horse's spirit. When he goes to the ground and then gets back up and he's still on his back, you're like, well, maybe he ain't going nowhere.
Oh, man. That's a rough hit, man. You're already up in the air anyway, and to get flipped off of something like that over the head or whatever, man, that's going to be a hard hit.
I want to tell you, I've looked like somebody took a rag doll and threw it before. Just flying through there.
I got a lot of respect for rodeo people, man. That's hardcore, especially those that are riding the horses and the bulls.
Tell you, back when I did, all we had was a cowboy hat and a pearl snap shirt. That was it. We didn't have We didn't have all these helmets and shoulder pads. Them guys look like
The
they're getting ready
Pearl
to play
Stout
football.
shirt.
Yeah,
I forgot all about them.
yeah. Them guys.
I had one of them one
nowadays,
time.
They look like they're going to play football.
Lots of crashing and falling. Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yep.
And then even if you ride it out, I mean, you got to get off, and that's not easy either because they're still going.
The dismount, there you got to practice that. And how do you practice a dismount off a bull? Trial and error, buddy. That's just the way it works.
I mean, sometimes with the horse, they're able to get up beside and grab them off, but they don't do the bull like that too much. The bull, you're just going to the ground.
No, a bronc. Now you're right. You know, they've got rescue riders that'll come
Yeah.
up. You know, and you can just grab a hold and go off. But no, they ain't gonna get a whole horse out there with a bull.
I don't see them bringing another bull out.
Yeah,
Grabbing y'all.
like that Brahma bull I told you I rode down Mississippi. I didn't even have a bridle on that thing. They said I look like Mongo come riding up on this Brahma bull.
Some of the idiots of the world are those people that run the bulls.
Yep.
My God,
I'm gonna tell you,
they're steering people and throwing them, slinging them, and everybody's cheering. It's like, dude, I am not getting in front of something that has
I
something
ain't
like
fast
that on
enough
it.
anymore. in my prime, I'd have probably done it.
I mean, if you're one of them that slips, trips, or whatever, you better. It's coming. I mean,
Dude, I have seen people get the anal gorge. Dude,
oh
that's
man,
scary. One of them looked like his antler, his horn disappeared about that far.
that's a bad day.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Run the bulls. Yeah,
That
get you
bull-
some of that.
That bull's horn was stained, I guarantee you.
I
Cold
mean,
brown.
I don't know why they celebrate that. I've heard it before. I don't remember why, but it's a
Running with the bulls.
Running with the bulls, yeah.
It's right before the bullfights. Or they stick them and kill them.
I'd be a spectator. I'm not getting down on
You ever been to a bullfight?
the. No, I don't even. I never.
You can't do it in the United States.
That's what I was fixing to say. I mean,
Yeah, Spain, is where it started. But the bullfighters, the real bullfighters, carry swords. And when the bull goes by, they'll stick a sword in him.
yeah.
And I've seen some of them bulls take up to 9 swords.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. PETA would. I don't think PETA would ever.
They would freak the blank out. They would.
They'd be flopping on the ground. Oh my gosh! Look what they just
killed them. Yep, we're having steak tonight, baby.
Their heads would explode. There's no doubt.
They would. I think all of them vegetarians or something.
There'd be people out crying. Oh my God! The world's coming to an end. What happened?
Vegetarian's an old Indian word.
Okay.
You know what it means?
No.
Bad hunter. That's what they called the vegetarian back then.
It's like, I deal with this type of mentality all the time as security for a big box store.
Yeah. There's
those people that come up. The store is closed. Hey, Doc the Butcher. I love the name. But there's people that come up and I like that. He's flexing too. I like that. But they'll come up and we've already closed. Like one lady said, my husband's got to come back in. He's got to get potatoes. And I'm like, we're closed. She's like,
no.
And she starts cussing like, oh, how am I supposed to have a dinner without the potatoes? I'm like, I don't know. Substitute something else.
What time was it?
This is after 11 o'clock at night. She was going to say, she started cussing. I just spent $250 in that store. And I'm like,
you should have thought about the potatoes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can get them in the morning, but you're 6 o'clock in the morning, reopen. But
why are you cooking dinner so late?
That's what I was wondering.
You know?
I'm like, I'm just enforcing the rule. I'm not your guy. I'm just. She said you could let him in. I'm not, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'll lose my job. I'm not going to do it.
Exactly.
But there's always those people, and they think every reason is a reason they got to come in. It's supposed to be like the end of the world,
Wow.
I told a guy one night, I said y'all can't come in. He stops, and they talk for a minute, just for like a quick second. She comes on like she's going to convince me, I said, I already told him, ma'am, that we're closed. She said, I understand, but you don't understand. I have just started my monthly. I've got to come in. I'm like,
Well, you don't understand. I don't care.
I'm like,
You know.
see you at 6 a.m., but we're
Yeah.
not. You're not coming in. I mean, everybody's got a reason, you know.
Well, you know, go home and do it the old-fashioned way. Is all I can say. Get you a rag.
I mean, it's like they come up with every reason in the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, where y'all been at? All day long.
Why do you wait so long?
This store's been open, you know, hours and hours and hours. You know, it's every Saturday night that I work. Every Saturday night,
Wow.
it happens. There's somebody wants to come in at closing.
Have you ever noticed any difference during a full moon?
I have seen that. I mean, I've been in hospitals before for a full.
Oh,
moon.
yeah.
Not that I wanted to be. I was sick, and I watched the crazy. I mean, my gosh.
If you want to have fun on a Saturday night, if it's
Is that-
full moon, go down to Erlanger and
Oh,
just sit
wow.
there. Just
Dude,
go
it
down.
don't even have to be a full moon. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's true.
I've been there at 4:00 on a Wednesday afternoon, and man, the whole lobby's full of people that cray, gang members, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
people that's been
Gunshot wounds,
everything, stabbings, all that. But I can imagine a full moon Friday night there,
It's crazy.
and they're
I love
so
the people.
jaded to it. They'll just be like, "We'll be where we want to get to you," you know.
Yeah. You know, when I was in military school, I hit a guy through a plate glass window. Almost cut my hand off. I still,
Bam.
It's up here, you know, and anyway. So I went into shock, and all I could say was SH blankety blank. And I sat down, blood just squirting and going everywhere. My roommate hollered at one of the guys and said, he needs something to soak this blood up. Guy comes out with 2 paper towels.
Here you go.
And I'm like, dude, are you a loon? Are you stupid? I mean, my wrist is literally hanging there. And every time my heart beats, blood squirting everywhere.
Here's your cup of tissues.
Well, I had to go 30 miles to a hospital in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. And
that sounds like it's out in the middle of nowhere.
The dean of students drove. It's on right off the Natchez Trace. The dean of students there drove me, and they had just put a new 427, I believe, in this Chrysler. What's the big old Chrysler that they used to have?
Wait a minute, I got to actually catch this.
Can't think the name of it.
He said, I got the name. The name given back in '84 in short. In a tournament, I beat a yellow tiger in a fight. Another yellow tiger said, you butchered him like a butcher chops beef.
From that came Doc
Now,
the
dude,
Butcher.
That's cool.
Yep, that is.
I
A
love
yellow tiger. That's pretty awesome. How'd you beat him? What was your yeah. And I tell you what, he was running 140 down the Natchez Trace. Got me. I soaked up 5 bath towels
Oh man.
full of blood. And right before I went into the emergency room, I put a fresh one on. I was weak. They had to help me in.
And he broke you too.
So I go in and yell at what did he say?
Tigers out Detroit. Yeah, very tough dudes. Got you.
Okay, I got you.
Got you. Yeah, that's beyond the hood. That's another level.
Got him pretty good there. So I go in. I said I need to see a doctor. The lady says, "Have a seat. We'll get right with you." I said, "Ma'am, you don't understand. I'm bleeding to death." She said, "Sir, we have a triage. Sit down." And so I unwrapped that thing, just put my arm up there, blood squirting everywhere. I said, "Lady, I need to see a doctor." She went, "Oh my God," and started freaking out. And they took me back there and put my arm in a bucket of this stuff that, kind of cauterizes the vessels and everything.
If you'd have went to Nye County, they would have take a number.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have sat there and bled to death.
That hospital would have said, "Well, I don't care. We'll
But
take you in the order you came in."
They stopped the bleeding, and the doctor said, "I can't do anything for you here. You're going to have to go to Jackson Baptist Medical Center." So we had to drive all the way to Jackson,
Oh my God.
Mississippi, And I go in, and anyway, they end up doing a bunch of reconstructive surgery and puts, plastic surgery and all that stuff.
Jeez.
And yeah, it was wild, man. They had my thumb pulled way back because I lacerated 5 tendons.
God.
You've got 2 tendons to your index finger. It's the only one that has 2 tendons really running to it. And after I got my cast off and everything, doctor said you can, resume regular activities. First thing I did was went to the gym, broke this tendon to my thumb.
Oh man!
And it just went flat. So they had to go in, take a piece of tendon out of my index finger and put it in there in my thumb. And I got to watch them do it.
Oh, they got to watch. Cool.
I asked him, he said I can put you under, or we can block your arm. We can deaden it. You won't feel nothing. I said, yeah, do that. I want to see what y'all do. It was wild, man, the way they went in, and he was good.
Jeremy got to see that once. So I was at work. I think it was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I get a call. My sister's frantic. Jeremy had got mad at his brother, so he was mad about something. He was a teenager.
Right.
And he goes and he hits like the window on one of the doors.
Shattered.
And it does, and it cut him open. It cut his thumb. It just went down all the way down to bone.
Wow.
And so I come and got him. I ran him up there, and the doc was cool, man. He's like the whole time he's out. You're going to be able to watch this. So you're going to see. Don't all the way through here. You're going to be reminded of why not to be a dummy. And so Jeremy's watching the whole thing, because he hated doctors, needles, and all that. But
right.
He sewed it up right there. He had to go in and fix a couple little things there, and then he sewed it all up. Jeremy never did that again. I'll say that. He said, I should have watched my temper. I said, yeah, you should. He was about 13 then, I think, or something.
well,
him and his brother was arguing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I got hit by a boat propeller.
Oh my God.
Down through there.
Oh man.
That's what that
Not
scar
good.
comes from. I had 30 staples.
Wow.
Put in my forehead there. And I looked like Frankenstein. Had the big, all them staples in my forehead. And they said I had to come back and get them taken out. And I said, nah, it's all right. I'll do it myself. I went and got one of them staple remover guns and just started popping them out. And I think one of them broke, because I think I still got a piece of metal in my forehead right there. Right.
Doc said he was martial arts fighting and started training in January 80 at 14, mainly to stop the bullies.
Good for you, bud.
Yeah.
That was me.
And it did. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
I ended up.
You gotta man up. I mean, circumstances respond you to go to another level. I mean,
right. I was a third degree black belt in Taekwondo. Studied a little Krav Maga. It's an Israeli fighting technique. Did some grappling. Studied some Jeet Kune, which is what Bruce Lee developed. I really like that fighting style. Yeah, because you adapt. It's like
it's not fixed. It's constantly changing.
It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Because that's the way a fight is. You're constantly evolving.
He says 46 years later, I still train, but all the interests, we try killing each other.
Yeah.
I understand.
I still train.
God bless you for still training, man. That's good.
We've got body bags and speed bags. I still I can't kick quite as high as I used to, but I can do a spinning mule kick on you.
Did you ever do the wax on, wax off? Was that part of your training?
No. There was no wax on, wax off. I didn't study for Mr. Miyagi. Do you remember Master Chu? Chu's Taekwondo studio. It used to be in Hickson.
Probably not, because I never used to go to Hickson that much.
I went in because I wanted him to train me. I was 19 years old, and I had been studying, since I was 13.
Yeah.
And I was really good. I was considered a black belt at that time. And he put me up against his black belt. I hurt the guy.
Oh, man.
And Master Chu stopped me, and he took me to his office. He said, I can't train you.
Wow.
And I said, why? He said, because you're too violent. So he would not train me.
Remember, I don't know if you remember the guy that worked at the plant, the one that died with cancer, the one whose house was hit by the tornado. What was his name? God,
Henry.
No, I don't think it was Henry. His brother trained him. The brother trained with Bruce Lee back in the day. His brother's a lot older than him. I saw him in action once, just playing with guys at work.
Yeah.
The speed at which he could move. Those slow old country rednecks, they
Don't
didn't stand a chance, man.
No.
This guy, I mean, he was mid 40s, mid to late 40s at the time, and they were all in a circle, and he done some spinning kicks and stuff. They didn't even have a chance to move. He would have hit every one of their faces with a kick before they even had a chance to move. That's how fast he was, like a blur. He wasn't that big of a guy, but he was really strong for his size and fast, man. I mean,
you take
amazing.
Somebody's legs out from under them, you can do pretty good.
Oh yeah, I know James DeMille. He was one of Lee's first original students. And I learned a better version of Wing Chun. I trained at Tang Soo Do, which is related to Taekwondo.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
My profile picture is me in '88. That arm is very real. I'm impressed, man. That's cool.
Let me see.
I don't look right here. Look right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to have 20-inch pythons, man. They were. You can probably still see it through there. It pops up.
Yeah, he's got some girth there.
You got some guns.
Some guns.
That's what my wife says. Sun's out, guns out. You know.
I like it, but yeah, it's it's you know it's I think you're always changing. I mean, because these things are you want to be adaptable because people have different fighting styles or how they're going to fight or whatever. But
I mean, Dave,
if you know the art of fighting, I mean, most people who don't, they think that they're really and they are strong and they may have a lot of power in their punch, but they don't know how to fight. They're going to go down like a rock. They don't realize it. They go in.
Well, they don't know where to hit.
Yeah, they don't know nothing. And a guy who knows or a gal who knows how to maneuver like that, they're going to wear you out.
So I can hit you right there in the shoulder. Your arm's completely gone.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You can't even raise it. You just
Smash a knee,
with.
somebody's going down. I mean,
you
bloody the nose.
There are, yes. Oh, I mean, you hit somebody in the nose or eyes.
Well, the throat, man. That's a sensitive spot, man.
Like I told you, I got a ridge hand that'll take your head off. one of my go-tos. But I'll be 61 in a few days, Dave. I don't have that kind of fight. And if I have to get in a fight, somebody getting hurt.
I think it was a few days. I'll be 61 in May. In May, I'll be 61.
Yeah. But I used to love to fight.
I love it. Those videos where these idiots will jump a guy that knows how to fight, like he's a trainer, teacher, or whatever, and he just wears them out. Like he just wears them out.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. They go in like the Rocky move or something. They just get destroyed.
Yeah, I mean there are so many. Man, I don't want to get into all that.
I was watching this video the other night. The guy didn't do it, but it was like they was going to get a fight. And he was already, and the guy's like, I'm going to hit you, and he swings his arm back around himself like that's a home run swing. Like
he's winding up.
He's winding up. I'm thinking, dude,
screwball already.
By the time you come back around, you're going to be on the ground. I wish I meant to send that to you. I don't think I did.
I hadn't seen it.
Dude, I never saw a move like that. Like
wind up. Huh?
Swung it on the whole other side of it.
I'd have hit him 6
He's like,
times.
I'll do it.
I'd have hit him 6 times before he got unwound.
His whole face was exposed. In fact, he's leaning in with his face, while he's doing that.
Good Lord. Yeah, I whooped him. I beat the crap out of his hand with my face.
Oh, and some people like to get in those amateur things, and they're big, but they got no stamina. And they're strong. If they grab you, if they can get a hold of you, they can hurt you. But I mean, you get them off balance, they're going down.
The hardest I've ever been hit was in 1986. I entered the Badman competition.
I used to love that.
Here in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I made it to the final round. And I was up against this old boy from Sand Mountain.
Oh, Lord.
He was about 6'9", 280 pounds. Just lanky.
Yeah.
Strong as an ox. He hit me inside the head. I had my hands up. I deflected.
Yeah.
He hit me inside the head and still almost knocked me out.
Wow.
Anyway, needless to say, I did not win that fight. I hate to say that I lost, but I did.
Doc says worst injury was in 83 fighting, and a bad kick went sideways from my opponent. His heel slammed into my cup, pushing my cup into my belly.
Oh, wow.
Instantly destroyed my left testy. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
not
there's
good.
nothing wrong.
Luckily, I was young and had no issues other than a limp for 5 weeks.
I bet.
And a busted testy I can laugh at. Yeah, I'd laugh now.
And a bad stomach ache.
I laughed at this dude decided to go have the vasectomy done. So he's telling me all about how this is. Oh, it's just an office thing. And then you come to work and, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So he's a guy, you may have known him, but he goes and has the surgery and he comes in on his 2 days off or whatever. So he comes to work. It's the middle of summer, dude.
Oh, wow.
And so we're sweating really.
No joke.
By the end of the day, you remember I don't know if you remember on Heat Set 3 how they had that little floor thing that blew the cold air.
Yeah.
You remember that? He was the guy that did the inspection.
Okay.
He had he has shorts on because it's summer.
He has
both legs up on the top of this thing with that
blowing up. Wow.
Because the where they did all the incision and stitches and everything, that sweat.
Oh, I bet.
I'm like, yeah. Tell me how easy that's going to be now, big boy. And plus, we'll just say sometimes things swell when you have a little procedure done. And apparently he had a lot of swelling going on too. Good morning, Tom Sawyer. 555. Did I say that right?
I love that name, Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, great song. Good morning, y'all.
Love me.
God bless you. Y'all are blessing this morning.
Neil Peart was the man.
Neil Peart was the man. I'm glad they're hitting the road. I'd love to go see him, even though he's not there.
Yeah.
I do like a lot of Rush songs. But
Geddy Lee he's a heck of a bassist and
he's not a singer, but I can appreciate his singing. But I just like the sound, the music, man.
Oh yeah, they were a great three-piece.
He says Doc says he has videos on YouTube working out on the back and messing around, but it shows my raw power and speed. I'm trained in 8 styles plus a few partial trained. Oh, we'll check it out, man. We'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
If you'd ever like to come up on the show, man, and talk about it, we'd love to do a show with you, man. I'd love that, because especially I have no experience with it, none, nada, except going to watch other people do it.
Right.
But Paul has, and we talk about it, man. I'm a good listener.
I used to love to fight, and I'm not exaggerating. I've been in well over 500 fights. Well over.
Yeah.
And I would say that I've lost about 15 times. Not bad.
And you're one of them guys that enjoys a little bit of the pain, right?
I do. There's nothing. I mean, you talk about
it's
adrenaline.
It's adrenaline rush.
And I'm an adrenaline junkie.
You just eat it up, man. Just keep coming.
But yeah, I miss those days. I really do. Even though it was stupid. I used to go out and fight just to fight.
Yeah. And there are people who do that, man. Mike Tyson was like that. He come from a rough place, man. Even when he got successful, he would go out and, dress down and like a bum or something and go into the bad places, look for somebody to fight, man. He just loved fighting.
There was a club, used to be the sports page, and it became
I remember that.
Kelly's. Kelly McIntyre bought it.
Yeah, remember that.
And he asked me to be a bouncer. And I said, why? He said, because you have beat the crap out of every bouncer that I've had here.
Can't beat them, join them,
yeah.
Let's put him in the door.
I did. I went in and bounced for him for about a year on the weekends. And dude, I had a ball, but he told me, he said, you cannot be hurting people.
You can't do that.
And so anyway,
can you imagine how many people have, because they get drunk and then the bouncers get involved, and clubs that I've been in,
mm-hmm.
there's literally clubs will come out too. That once you hit the door, there's been a few people that got a couple of knocks upside the head.
Yeah.
It happens. So, and they wake up next morning going, it's kind of like Tommy Boy. I don't hurt so much here, but right here,
yeah,
where he got hit with that stick. Yeah, man. You don't remember what happened. They got so drunk, man, and then next thing you know, my father-in-law he was madder than crap. He was he never was a fighter or nothing like that, but he was not my wife's dad, but he had gotten with her mom later.
Yeah.
But he would go to these bars and he played the gambling machines. You know, he was pretty good at it. He won.
Right.
He won more than he lost. We'll say that.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to pay off one night or something. He was a little drunk. I think he mouthed off and stuff. And they knew him, but they for whatever reason they decided they weren't going to pay off that night. He was out like $600, so he was raising Cain. So they threw him out of the club. Too. They threw him out of the club. Well, one of them whacks him across. I mean, he had black eyes. I mean, he was hurt. Like they whacked him across the back of the head. And he has a gun in his trunk. He left it in the car in the trunk. And the owner, this is the bouncers did it. And the owner comes out, you know, he's trying to help him. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't be causing trouble. He's like, and he don't know it. He's trying to help him get in his car, which he should have been getting him a cab, but to get in his car to go home. Well, he said, I got to get in my trunk. And he could never find the right key. If he'd have found the key, he would have killed him. And he told me the next day, I mean, he looked like he got hit by a Mack truck. He said, it's God,
the hand of God.
God's blessing. He said, that I did not get that trunk open. He said, I was going to kill every one of them because they hit me. I mean, it hurt him, man. I mean, he was messed up. Yeah. I saw the injuries. That's so they didn't have to pay $600. Exactly. That's all it was.
Just $600.
$600, man. We're not paying.
But I don't know. A lot of people can't talk about things like this, but I was raped and molested when I was a kid.
Yeah, you told me that.
And I blocked it, out. And when I went through some regression therapy because of the rage that I had, that was my problem. I was. By the way,
real quick, as someone who's done like counseling through the church and stuff, I'm going to tell you, there's just as many young boys have had this happen as girls. They just won't talk about it usually. Exactly right. And to speak out is amazing. Well, because I could always detect when they just wouldn't say it. Right. I've had a couple that would actually tell me, but most of the times they just can't go there. So God bless you for being able to get to say that, because you have to deal with the anger off of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I went to the guy's house when I went through this therapy, all of this, these memories came flooding back. And I remembered exactly who it was, where he lived, all this stuff. And I went to his house and went up and knocked on the door. And his mother came to the door. Well, I had a 357 stuck back here. And I said his name. I'm not going to say his name. He's deceased. But come to find out, he had died in a car wreck 1 week before I went to his house.
Wow.
If he had opened that door, I'd have shot him right between the eyes and never thought twice about it.
Yeah.
That was God's protection, I believe, over me. And I can look back through and see how God's hand has been in my life. He has spared me so many times. And I think he just got tired of it. And he said, listen, you're coming to live for me. Period. And he did. He put you in my life, number one. And then he put my wife. And,
Amen.
The two of you are and my grandfather, majorly responsible for helping me find Jesus.
Amen.
I'm forever grateful.
There's been a couple of guys that have told me, and their wives didn't even know. They said, I just can't. But they finally said, this is what happened. But because, their lives are falling apart, man. That's what happens is that
you have to deal with it.
And they don't, and that's that cry for help as they finally get in there. And I said, well, it hurts, it's hard, but you gotta get through that. You gotta deal with it because you've pushed it back so long and so deep. It's coming out, man. It's messing you up.
Yep.
So they're getting into addictions. They're having problems in their marriage. They're not doing well at work, and it goes. You peel that onion all the way back. It goes back to childhood abuse, and it happened more than anybody ever even realized.
I was a full-blown alcoholic in the 9th grade.
Yeah,
literally, I was a full-blown alcoholic.
See,
that's what I used.
I don't know that I was or was not, but I can tell you that one time, my mom always suspected that they used to go out as couples, and I was left with an uncle who wasn't going or something, but they decided to go on, and they said when my aunt divorced him. And I saw the son he has. I saw the crazy that he's been his whole life. I think he abuses on son.
Wow.
And my mom said that something was different about me when she got back there. And I've always thought about it, but if I've blocked it or I don't know, man. To this day, I don't know. But I don't feel like, I don't know what happened. But my mom said I would never go around the guy again.
Well, I want to tell you.
So
what.
I don't know. I could have only been maybe 4 or 5 years old. You know, back in those days, they didn't think about that stuff. They just left you. You know, it's family. You know.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. You don't know, and sometimes that's going to come back. You know, so maybe
I went
to
Greenleaf. Used to be in Fort Oglethorpe.
Yeah,
it's where it's a police station now, I believe, or it used to be. But after I got out, they had me follow up with a psychologist.
Sure.
And this guy knew my whole story. Sitting there in his office, the guy makes a pass at me.
God. That's not good.
Well, when I walked out, he was laying on the floor unconscious.
Yeah.
And I never went back again. But I mean,
There's so much
really, I
abuse
mean,
out
you
there, man.
do that to somebody. I mean, back when I was 20 years old, I was about 250 pounds of solid muscle, you know, and I mean, I could kick the ceiling just about. I was very agile and extremely strong. And the guy was stupid.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. He was stupid. He deserved what he got.
It is one of the, I mean, I think of all the young girls that were abused throughout especially the southeastern United States. I mean, it was bad in the South, it was. And you hear story after story after story. And some of these girls, and even the ones that was where they just got with some guy and it was, you know, some young man and they get pregnant, they'd send them off to these, back in the day, I mean, back in the mid, 40s, 50s, 60s, up through that. Yeah. And then before, they would send them to homes in Kentucky and places like that. Some of those girls never made it back home.
Yeah.
They were sent off because of the shame that their daughter got pregnant. And some of them made it back. The babies were always adopted out to somebody, and they'd bring the kid back and say they were away at school. They would never tell anybody. The kid would grow up and eventually tell somebody this is what happened.
Yeah.
But some of those girls were never allowed to come back home.
They were raped.
But a lot of them, it was family, and they weren't.
Exactly.
And so they just sent them away.
And a lot of times it was incestual.
Yeah, it's a deep stain sin on our area, and it happened much more than I ever thought. It wasn't until I started dealing with a lot of people that were having all these massive troubles in their life, and you just keep listening and you ask a question, and and the next thing you know, it just comes out, man. They just like, look, I'm just going to tell you straight up.
Yeah,
I was abused by an uncle or my dad or both or a neighbor. And it's just something I've never told anybody, And I don't do private counseling or nothing. I have females in the room, but I've been sitting in with professionals as well. I've been invited in as a pastoral, help,
right,
and listen to them tell their story so they could get help. You can get help paid for. They'll all the counsel, all is free if you'll just go through. But they would say to qualify, you have to tell me just enough. You have to, because basically all of it will fall under PTSD.
Yeah.
That's the definition.
That's what
once you say PTSD, you qualify for all of the resources that they can help. In Georgia, one of them is Georgia Hope, and that's what they do. Yeah. And so they wanted me in the room. They wanted me to be their support, and that's what they told them. They told just none. So I didn't even know at that time.
Well, I was diagnosed
Georgia Hope, and they said you qualify right there. You qualify.
I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I've been to rehab probably 6 times.
Yeah,
it just never took, and it wouldn't have taken until I gave my life to Christ.
You've done amazing stuff, man. You're doing amazing stuff today, sharing the word, being a blessing. Well, financial advice with the Ascending Group.
Anybody needs any financial advice,
amazing. I can make your money work for you. Don't let the government steal it from you or others.
That's exactly right.
And it ain't gonna cost you nothing to call, and they're not looking for your money. They got all kinds of ways to help you.
We want you to save your money, but mainly we want to educate.
Give your email, Paul.
Email is PAUL Paul LeBron LEBRON .ascending ASCENDING @gmail.com.
I've seen all the work and evidence that they've done. It's tremendously successful, and so many people have saved so much money and made money. Not just saved money, but made money.
Exactly.
Because their money began to work for them instead of it just, sitting there losing the money.
Yeah.
And, people let you just throw your money away out of it. I mean, that's what they do.
Well, unfortunately, there's some unscrupulous people that are in the game. We are not that way. Number one, we never make a penny off of our clients.
That's right.
But we get paid very, very well. We have over 190 companies that we do business with, Fortune 500 companies. And if you fall below an A rating, you're kicked off our platform. You cannot be on our platform if you don't have an A rating or better. And we've had the privilege of helping thousands of families.
Yeah, they've seen their dreams come true,
Yeah.
Being able to get ready for retirement.
If you want a tax-free retirement, I can show you how to do it.
So contact the Ascending Group, Paul here.
Yeah.
And
I will put you in touch with the best of the best.
Yeah. And today, with all the crazy, I mean, it's even worse today. I mean, the theft of money, the theft of resources. I mean, there's so many. We live in a world where so many evil people, and they're trying to get at what you have. They want what you have. They don't want you to have it, and they want it for themselves, and they're trying to get it any way they can.
Some of these people that are quote unquote financial advisors.
Yeah.
They go to school and their butt occupies a seat for 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And they get a little certificate saying that they are now a financial advisor. We've had a lot of them come to work with us. And once they're educated, they're blown away that they didn't even know these strategies existed.
Right.
So how are you coaching somebody on a strategy that you don't even know exists?
Yeah.
So we show people what the wealthy do with their money to grow, save, and protect it. Number one rule of money. Money has rules. The number one rule of money, do you remember? Never lose it.
Never lose it.
It's the number one rule.
That's right.
And that's straight from the GOAT himself, Warren Buffett.
Yeah, he just stepped down. He's still on the board, I guess, but he stepped down.
Well, it's about
the reins.
time.
I mean, the guy's in his 90s, right?
He is.
The company I work for is, Berkshire Hathaway company.
Well,
and but
ball.
This guy, you know what? He went up, and again, I may not agree with everything he believes in, but on finances I do. But because he's smart.
Yeah.
But he went. Remember when he bought the railroad, a bankrupt railroad, and they're like, "Well, that's a stupid move." Well, then they started hauling that oil out of the North Dakota oil fields.
Yep.
That they wouldn't let that pipeline be built. He knew that was going to happen, and he's making that now is a very profitable train.
Most definitely.
It was bankrupt. He hasn't ever made the
He's a genius.
He bought up a bunch of small newspapers. I don't know that he's ever made it with that yet. I'm still wondering where he's going to go with that. But he bought up many of them.
Well,
but he's an old newspaper kind of guy. So
he is, and I hope he's presenting the truth instead of what the newspapers have been turned into.
These were smaller newspapers, and he wanted to help them be profitable.
Well, most of the large
that hasn't happened yet. That's the only.
They're
thing
the propaganda arm of.
Yeah.
I'm like, we get it. Oh, excuse me.
Well, usually what happens.
Excuse me, I will be right back.
Usually, what happens is that these smaller ones, you have to list things in those papers, and if you get enough listings, you're making money because they have to pay you for all those listings. So you put a little news in there, and it doesn't matter what your subscriber list is. There's people paying you, then you're making money off of that anyway. Because and they have to, and there are certain rules within some of your way your companies or even churches, organizations are set up. Some of them that they have to put listings in every year into these newspapers. And so people say, I've never even heard of that newspaper, but they make money because all these people have to come to them. They have to put them in more than one newspaper, and they have to do that every year. And the cost continues to go up, but they have to do that every year. They're required to hold on to their certification the way it is. I know it's for a fact because I know somebody that it happened to, and they have to put a disclaimer in the paper every year, multiple papers. I think they have to do 3, and they have to run that every year for 7 days, 2 weeks, something. Maybe it's 2 weeks because it could be a weekly, and you have to do that every year and pay that fee. And there's tons of them out there, so they're just listings. Doesn't matter; they'll give them away. It doesn't matter if anybody's a subscriber. So yeah. Anyway, great morning. Yeah, we're going to have to get off here in a few minutes, but hope you have a great Saturday. Remember Daytona 500 tomorrow, baby, tomorrow afternoon. There's been the race tonight, the O'Reilly's. If you like racing, we'll talk about it Monday evening with Dean in the house. We'll be talking racing. He's working today. And tomorrow, we'll be back Monday evening with, I'll be back in the morning and tomorrow evening, I'm sure. But he will be back, and Monday morning, we'll be back with the racing and the sports show Monday afternoon. We got tremendous interviews coming up with drivers, and we got a special announcement coming. We're working out details right now. We're not going to announce it until everything's in place and all the agreements are ready. But it's a pretty cool thing, and we're working on that. And so we got a singer-songwriter coming on next Thursday. Yeah, man, you're good, Doc. We just talking. But singer-songwriter, Miss Suzanne, we may have to record it because she's got an album release, and we can't do it live until the album releases. I'll talk to her this week. It'll either be recorded and released. I'll have to tell you what day, but we're going to do it Thursday, at least the recording, and we'll get that up as soon as the album is released because she's going to sing us some new music off of it. So can't wait to have her on. And look,
I found two things.
You found two things.
We were talking about Halloween earlier. I found you a little pumpkin.
You found a little pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
I'm sure undoubtedly the kids running around doing.
And
I'll put that here and ask Kayla if she would.
Look what's blooming.
Yeah.
Everybody know what that is? It's a jonquil.
And that does what?
That's the name of the street that I live on.
Oh, okay.
Jonquil Lane. Jonquil is the name of a flower that looks a lot like this.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, it is. And they grow wild. They're all over the place.
We'll be on about 15 more minutes with you. So just letting you know some of the shows that's coming up and things we've got going on.
Yep.
And if you ever want to join our schedule list, it won't bother you. I don't send out notifications with it, but we're on Band, BAND, like you joined the band, and
yep.
I keep it updated.
We're on several different platforms.
We're on many platforms. We're going. This
We'll
is the biggest. Well, 15 today. I think 15. This is the biggest share we've done in a while.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of those are double on the same platform, but 15 different streams are going out today. So pretty big today, including MP3. We appreciate everybody on Podbean, which also will feed all of our other MP3s. As soon as the broadcast goes off, they'll be pushed out. But Doc enjoyed the discussion today about that. I found a lot of interest in that.
And Dave, we were talking about these flowers. Do all of y'all know what a dandelion is? You know what a dandelion is? The little yellow.
Yeah.
They have done research on the dandelion root, and in the tests that they have done, the dandelion root kills 95% of all cancer cells within 24 to 72 hours.
It's amazing.
And God has given us everything we need to take care of ourselves, and the pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars killing us.
Oh yeah, you make you sick and then give you the thing that's supposed to make you better. And
I mean, the cure's worse than the disease. I mean, you got things like anal bleeding, and
well, they advertise
God
for a
knows what
medicine,
else
and they give 25 things
that could go wrong, including death.
Including death.
You might grow a tail. You
might hear voices.
Yeah, you have horns coming out or something. You never know.
It's like, but other than that, it's a good drug. Other than those things,
that's
Let your doctor know if you experience any of these symptoms.
Yeah, if you start growing a third eye in your forehead, let us know. We want to take you to the special facility.
Doc, I don't think this was the plan. I don't know what's going on here, but
Doc, I don't feel right. Something's not right.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
You know what gets me? And one time I was dating my wife. We weren't married yet. And I was working this crap job,
Right.
I didn't have a lot of money. I don't even think I had insurance. Oh, yeah, because I just went to work at this place.
Yeah.
And I got bad sick. I went to the doctor, and he goes, he gave me the wrong thing. And a minute later, he said, I missed it. I gave you the wrong thing. So, I have to go back to the doctor. I'm getting worse.
Yeah.
So, 3 days later, I go back to the doctor. I'm missing work. I'm in bad shape. And I tell him, he goes, he said, he said, I missed it. I'm sorry. He said, you need this. And I mean, here I am. I'm broke. I've been missing work and
You're
stuff.
Paying for it.
And I said, he said, it's kind of expensive. I said, Doc, I don't have no money. He said, you got to have that. I said, I have no money. He said, hold on. He goes, you know how it is. He goes
Step
to his
up.
office.
Yeah.
He pulls out the stack of all I need and hands it to me. He goes, I got tons of stuff in the office that I give to people who can't afford it. I get it from the people who are,
Pharmaceutical reps.
it's all that business back and forth,
Well, see, a lot of people don't realize this, but when a doctor agrees to push their drug, they get a kickback.
They
on
do
it.
get a kickback.
And
They
they
do.
can say they don't. They're lying if they do. I know.
I've been in the
firsthand.
parking lot when the guy comes through, the sales rep. What they're driving will tell you what kind of money they're making. They don't come in a little Pinto or
No,
something.
they don't.
They're rolling in a very expensive sedan, big expensive suit, carrying the samples in with them as they go,
Right.
cutting deals. That's exactly how that works.
Drug-
Doc says, "Oh, I have stories. My biggest hate with the martial arts is those dang useless trophies. Take them home, and now
Amen.
dust collectors, no place for them. I started throwing mine out, useless junk."
I agree, 100%,
Opinion.
brother.
So,
Didn't do it for the trophy.
Everybody gets a trophy,
Yeah.
a belt.
Tell you what, you don't want to get a participation trophy if you step in the ring with me.
Thanks for playing today and being in the ring with
Yeah.
Paul. Pick up
Nobody
your,
won, Bob.
drag yourself off the mat, and
You get your
here's
butt
your trophy.
knocked out.
You get a shirt. I survived
Yeah.
cage match with Paul. I told you about my guy. This is the last story I'll tell. I told you about the guy. I think I told you the guy at work. It was he was trained. Did I ever tell you about the guy, the satin jacket? Remember telling you that?
Is that the one that went up against the 4 or 5 guys?
No. That was a different story.
Okay.
This guy was
Tell me.
he was he was deeply involved. I knew it. We talked.
Yeah.
Well, he was a little wacko, but he was good. I'm sure he was good, but he was wacko.
Yeah.
And he wore he's a maintenance guy, freaking maintenance guy. And he wears his jacket that tells he's a champ to work. Well, that's fine. But he wears it out on the job, and he has it laying over his toolbox. Advertisement. So he comes up and tells me it's lunchtime, and we couldn't blow down until which was supposed to do that those days.
Yeah.
But that's what they had us do.
Yeah.
While they were away, because it was a PM.
Exactly.
Long story short. So
Preventative maintenance.
I tell my friend, the guy that's working with me on the line, he said, "Are you ready to blow down? They're going to lunch." I said, "Well, we can't back here." He said, "Why?" I said, "Dude left his dang jacket. He come out and tells me don't let any dust get on it, or I'll kick somebody's rear end, My buddy says, "Oh, I'll take care of that." So
What
he made it snow. Let's just say that. You couldn't
I
see
got
the
you.
jacket for how much dust came off of this thing, off the top of it down on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, man, this is going to be bad. So
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So I'm like, dude, he's gonna be hot. So he starts thinking about it a little bit. Like I said, you might not want to be here when he gets back, but I am. I just sit there. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So he goes and sees the jacket. He's in a rage. First guy he runs into was you remember a little black guy named not Charlie, but his brother, the Carruthers.
Yes.
Wonderful. Just funny
Great
guys,
people, yeah.
great people.
Yeah.
He runs up on him, and he's enraged, and he's threatening to kick somebody. He scared him. He's actually the one that got this guy. He went up on this guy, told him what was going on. But he comes back to me. He come around the corner, and I stopped him. I said, "Stop."
Yeah, you need to slow your roll, buddy.
I know what happened. I didn't do it, and I'm not going to tell you who did it. You figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not involved.
Number one, you shouldn't have wore the jacket.
That's why I said you shouldn't have left it. I said.
Number two,
He goes, "I know who did it." So he went looking for him. Well, in the meantime, this guy, he's scared so bad, he went and told all the bosses. Well, his manager calls all the maintenance people in. Turns out they didn't like the guy.
Was it Ben?
No.
Okay.
No. It wasn't
No,
Ben.
I mean as the boss.
I'm sure that was Lewis.
Okay.
At the time.
Yeah.
So they call all them out, and they were looking for a reason to get rid of the guy anyway because they just didn't like
jerk.
because he does stuff like
Yeah.
So they fired him because
Threats.
he made a threat on the guy, and they fired him. And I never saw him again.
Yeah.
But I thought, why would you do that? Why would you put your again advertising?
I got fired from there. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Randy Brown fired me.
Well, Randy,
And he was,
he's still there. Randy's still there.
Yeah, I saw him. He was going to the same church I went to for a while.
Okay.
But
They call that officially termination.
well
Terminated.
he fired me. He found her. He wanted to get rid of me because he was scared. I mean, he really was. I believe Randy was scared because I was doing special projects and different things, and Jody had me doing things. Preston had me doing things, and he fired me because
Preston. I ain't thought about him in a long time.
Yeah, he fired me because he went back through my attendance records, and he said I was tardy too many times. I said, dude, I was working several different hours. I had to come in at this time or this time. He said, well, it's not what the record shows. You're fired. Well, do you remember James Brown? Is he still?
Oh, no, he's been gone long.
Well,
yeah.
When James came back, he had been gone down to Dalton. You know, he was over the quality control.
Yeah.
And when he came back, he said, where's Paul? Randy said, I fired him. He said, you better have him back here by the end of the week or you're fired. He wasn't
even there that long, was he, Jay?
No, he was a great guy, though. Me and him got along really well, but I remember the phone call. Randy Brown called me personally. And he said, I don't normally do this, but I need you to come back. We need your help.
I mean, what year did you separate? So you left on your own after
2000.
I just remember you were not there anymore.
Yeah, well, this was before this. Let's see, this was 2003, I guess.
Okay.
Somewhere around in there.
Oh, it was before the sale. Okay.
No, it was after the sale.
Well, that would have been after 4 or 5 then, because I think that was the sale.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, my memory.
But that don't matter.
Great. I mean, I've had Dame Bramage, but
you worked in a lot of departments. I mean,
I did. I went through a lot of different things. I had fun working there. I really enjoyed it.
There's a lot of great people, man.
There is. At least there was when I was there. I'm sure there still is. You know. But I think the world of Randy. Randy's actually been an inspiration to me.
He's a great guy.
You know. Because he has overcome. I mean, Randy was a man's man.
He's been helping me with my wife's. You know, her health went down, and he's been giving me some help and advice, and I appreciate him very much. And it's some stuff she's got practice with, but he gave me something the other day to help her put a big smile on her face.
Oh, awesome!
And he's done a lot of stuff like that. You know, he's had to overcome a lot. You know,
That's what I mean. Randy is an inspiration to me. I mean, you know, what happened was he fell out of a tree stand, and he's paralyzed from pretty much the neck down. I mean, he's got the use of his arms.
He's strong.
He is,
because he's able to use a wheelchair. You know.
Yeah,
he's inspiration. And
I think the world of him.
But yeah, you worked in that area for quite a while at one time.
Long time.
Doc says, "What kind of racing do you want to talk about?" I'm driver. We'll do it all. We kind of started out as a NASCAR show, but we talk all racing.
Yeah.
So right now we're doing a lot with dirt track, and we actually have a need. You know, to really go into that. We talked a little drag racing, John Force, and some different stuff.
Oh yeah.
But we definitely we definitely will all racing. We're trying to hook up with some go-kart folks and stuff, you know. All
Doc,
racing, man. If you race lawnmowers, we'll have you on.
No joke.
I mean, seriously, yeah.
But yeah, Doc, if you want to come on, we'll be happy to do an interview with you.
We'll get you on screen, man. We'll talk drag racing. Absolutely.
Most definitely. Man. What kind of vehicle do you run? I know he's not going to get that right off the bat, but, you know.
But there in our town, we still have the drag race.
Yeah,
they're still there.
Yeah.
You know, we lost the dirt track, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody was looking for pictures online the other. I seen it early this morning of some Cleveland. You know, it shut down. They were
it's completely gone.
They were looking for some pictures. You probably would know the driver. They were looking for old pictures of them. Doc or something? Not Doc. It was what was the guy? Don. Somebody that raced up there was well known. I can't remember who they said.
Well, Donnie, I used to help Donnie Van Winkle.
I don't think that was the one they said.
With his car.
So they were looking for that.
I actually hot lapped for him. You know, I got the car warmed up, and he'd jump in, go out there and wreck everybody and win.
You know, I think Tony Stewart came and raced there at Cleveland.
He most definitely did.
It was a
there were some big racers come in there.
We've got a lot more drivers coming up that's going to be on. We have a track owner that's going to be coming on.
Oh, really?
Dean got that one. It's out. It's
That's good.
I can't remember where this one's at because we did so many different ones.
What Doc say? No,
Okay.
no car.
ATM, but as a wrench, I work on. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah, man, we talk it all, man. We talk. In fact, we have some, and man, you just seen. I don't know if you've seen how Pal Racing is tearing it up, man. You know, she is killing it, man. Winning
Yep.
a lot.
She
She's
is.
awesome. But we're wanting to do a little mechanic spot with him. I got to get back with him. I was waiting for him the season get started.
So there we go. We got us another mechanic.
Yeah,
now.
I love that. I love. Yeah. We want to get all sides up, from ownership to sponsors to the drivers, the friends who help. You know, whatever. If you drag the track or whatever.
Yeah.
Do they drag the track on a dirt track? Is that how they get the dirt kind of back? Do they have something they drag? Like
they do.
They're like at a ball game, you know, they drag.
Do.
I wondered about that, you know, because you know you ripping that dirt up pretty good.
I want to tell you what, it's unbelievable how much grip you can get with a slick tire on dirt. I have literally come out of the corner with my front wheel off the ground.
Oh yeah,
and you see that quite often because there's so much torque coming out of that turn, it lifts the left wheel off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, we love our racing. It has grown. We're actually doing more. It was one day a week, but we're actually doing more days because of the interviews we're doing. And I told Dean,
there's a big audience.
We're gonna need to expand the time because we can't, because we do want to talk sports too. We talk a little racing in the sports, but we just try to dedicate that one to racing.
Yeah.
And it's grown. And I said we're going to have to expand the racing hour. We'll still call it the racing hour, but it's going to be 2, probably hour and a half at least right now. And we're just to get everything in because there's so much that we want to share.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm thankful for that. I mean, it's really been a blessing. And you know, I want to hear it all. We have a guy coming out. We have a guy that with Horsepower Coffee. Look him up on Facebook.
Yep.
He's going to be coming on with us, tell his story. And I used to race.
Pretty good coffee.
Things happen. Well, we got some coming in, and we're going to do a live first out. They have one energy drink right now, kicking strawberry.
We're going to test it on air.
Live on air. We're going with him there. We're going to a little promo for it. Horsepower Coffee though, and we have some of their coffee coming in too. We have our own coffee brands, but we're gonna, if we can work out a deal for maybe the racing show and do something with that on there, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And because I kind of like that exclusivity with that. But
you know,
we'll do the Wolf Nation on everything else, and we'll do. If we can work out a deal, we'll work it out. We can help each other. Small business, helping small business.
Speaking of sports, how many of you watched the Raunchy Rabbit?
I didn't, and I don't know how many people did.
Millions turned off.
Yeah,
went to TPUSA.
Yeah,
I did.
That was a big mistake. Big mistake.
The people have spoken.
Yeah.
I hope the NFL listens. I mean, I really don't have a horse in the race because I don't watch professional sports. I mean, I watch some baseball, maybe a little wrestling. I love UFC. That's my go-to.
Okay. Hey, thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Yeah, and also I was watching the thing the other night. I watched the duels, both of them. I caught the second one or the first one, half of it. But I went to after that they played the Dale Earnhardt 25 year later or whatever thing.
Yeah,
man. And I went and did a little digging, online too about some stuff. I want to kind of bring that up on maybe the next show we have. We'll talk a little bit about that. Some things that's happened since and things I didn't even know that happened. Were going on that day. But I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't see it. Where's the link? I don't see it did you put it in private chat or
probably private chat?
But I don't see it in there for some reason. Oh, it may be on YouTube. I see we're in StreamYard.
Yeah.
And I'll have to look up. I bet it's in our YouTube channel. I'll get it, my friend. I'll get it.
Yeah, because he's
we're tying all this together through I know in the chat. But it's
okay.
Because it didn't come into StreamYard, so we'll have to
We'll find it.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
Sweet. And we do got to go though. It's 10:30. It's a couple hours in, so we're gonna get off of here.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Go spend some time with your significant other.
Have a great Saturday.
Yes.
there'll be the O'Reilly racing on tonight for those mid-level guys, and tomorrow's the Great American Race. The granddaddy. Daytona 500. I hope it don't get rained out. And Doc, good to meet you. Tom Sawyer, thank you for the comments. Thank you. I appreciate
All
that.
of you.
We like to have a little fun. We'll talk serious. We'll talk crazy, and you see, we'll talk whatever.
I'm mostly crazy.
Mostly crazy. Hey, just give us a like, follow, share, just so that you know when we're on. And thank you, Faith and Family Politics, for the raid from Rumble. They're great people too. Give them a follow on Rumble.
Yep.
Faith and Family. We're fixing to go though. I'm glad you got the raid in. I'm sorry we've been on for a bit. And I need to get over and watch some more of your stuff. It's been a crazy last few weeks for me. Yeah. But we're getting things kind of settled out. But we're growing. We're growing, and we appreciate you. We got to hire an engineer. But
maybe Jason.
We could pay him all zero.
Yeah,
we'll give you a cup of coffee.
Pay him in carrots or something.
It's been a lot of fun this morning, having fun, and for me, I'll be back on in the morning, Sunday morning in the Word, and then thank you for that. Thank you, Faith. Y'all are awesome, and I will have a show sometime after or maybe towards the end of the Daytona 500. I'll probably be on. And we'll be talking about the race a little bit, but I'll just be chit-chatting. We'll try to get in a news again tomorrow night as well. Talk about there's amazing news going on right now. I mean, we're headed for war. Second battle group headed to Iran. Iran's not going to back off and say, "Hey, we give up. You can have the nuclear weapons." We're headed for war, dude. I mean, it's coming. I said this 3 months ago, and I got called in a war. I'm blowing smoke and making it. It's not going to happen. He's serious. He's sending the resources into the area. We're going to be at war.
He's going to cut the head off the snake.
They're getting ready. They're putting all the resources there because they have a lot of missiles and drones and stuff.
They're
fixing to waylay the
people. They don't understand the capabilities.
He is doing good. I'm glad he's doing good, Dusty. Puff Racing, by the way.
Yes,
give him a follow.
Great guy.
And he did say that. No more wars, but I'm telling you, it looks like we're fixing to be in one.
I don't think it's going to be a war. I think it's going to be a strategic strike.
A dump.
That will last, maybe 2 days, if that. But, listen, when we can go in and take out the leader of Venezuela.
Yeah, this is a little different, though. They're trying to knock out a lot of their abilities and stuff. It will take a little bit more.
Oh, all we got, listen, we can knock
He does have this thing about putting resources in the area and then not doing it, but I'm telling you, I got a feeling this one's going to happen. I think at least I'm not saying ground troops.
There's going to be
not ground troops. There's going to be a missile.
There's going to be a regime change.
Yeah, they're going to
because the people of Iran are fed up.
They're going to hit. They're going to hit this dude.
The people of Iran are good.
The Ayatollahs.
The people of Iran are decent people. I mean, they are. They're decent.
They're
people.
sick of it, man.
They are.
They arrested thousands of people the last time. Some of those have been tortured, killed.
Yeah, I mean, who does that?
Women have no rights. I mean, it's bad. I'm not saying we should do it. I'm just saying it's going to happen. I mean, it looks like it's going to happen. So we got that. Did you see the big environmental cut that he did? Biggest one. I mean, he wiped out all the Obama stuff.
Yeah, he cut the Paris Discord right out.
Paris is out. He changed a major, basically a scientific. They got to change the scientific ruling about climate change and all that.
Oh yeah, it's a hoax. It's huge. a $1 trillion hoax.
So he got that done.
Al Gore, the inventor of the interweb.
And yes, the Epstein files are falling out every day, and there's more and more people resigning their jobs. And
I want to tell you what, it's ugly when
Doc says he lives 15 minutes from Dearborn, Michigan. They're making a show of force. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, bless your heart. Yeah, that definitely. That's a tough place, man.
Yeah,
that's a tough place. There's a lot going on there. So
yeah, Dearborn, Michigan is.
But we'll see.
Tough,
I don't know.
Tough space to live in.
Who knows? The Middle East is a weird dynamic anyway. Iran's always on the outside of that. I mean, they're the bad boy on the block that doesn't play nice with even other nation states.
They are,
and they're radical. They're radical to the point they don't care. They'll drop the bomb on their own people. They don't care. I mean, they're just like that.
I want to tell you what. Don't be
surprised.
We'll see.
Pray for the country. What I say is pray for the young men and women who are either already there or headed there and will be in place.
In harm's way.
We don't want to see them killed. And
there's always that danger. Killed, except for the ones that deserve it.
Yeah.
Which.
So be careful. Let's pray for our young men and women.
What's that saying they used to have about kissing something Ayatollah? Kiss my something.
They used to
holy.
have those shirts. You saw them back in the day. So, but y'all have a great day. We really do gotta go.
Yeah. Hey, remember, guys, always keep ascending.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that I can do, I'd be more than happy to help you. We do it all complimentary. And be glad to sit down and talk with you, put you in touch with one of my financial professionals, and see what we can do for you.
Absolutely. And I'll have a blessed day. Seriously. Enjoy your day.
And remember, the wolf knows.
And the wolf knows. That's right. Wolf Nation, baby.
Amen.
Take care.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea.